The traditional goal setting is very linear and very mind-based. They even use the acronym SMART, S-M-A-R-T. And if you are someone who are a feeling type or emotional based person who is more like me, the more fluid type of people, then the traditional goal setting may not work so well for you. Every year, you may end up setting goals that you never achieve, or you set goals that you don't even care about or are uninspiring, and so you don't take the action to execute your goals. In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can make your goals simpler so that it actually serves your purpose instead of making you feel more stressed. So the traditional SMART goals, they start with setting specific goals. That's great if you know exactly what you want, but more often than not, when we're just starting out, we don't know what we want. For example, you may want to write a book, you may not know the specific, you only have a general idea. Maybe it's a self-help book or it's a fiction. You have not gathered the details yet, so you can't plan that far ahead. Like when I first started writing my book on self-esteem, I didn't know what I wanted to write. I just know that I want to write something about low self-esteem and what I've learned from having low self-esteem. I didn't know what angle it would be until much later. And later, instead of writing one book, it became 2 books. So it's okay to be vague and general. In fact, it's more beneficial to be vague and general in the beginning. If your goals are too specific, it kinds of like don't allow you to have room for inspiration and changes along the way. More importantly, when you force yourself to create goals from where you're standing right now, your limited mind may not see what you could create or actually desire. And when you don't know what you want, you may start copying from other people. Like the person has a car, so I wanted a car too. The person have a beautiful house, so I want to have a beautiful house too. It's not inspiration that comes from your soul. Yes, sometimes you can draw inspiration from others, but oftentimes when you do that, it's because you don't really know what you want. It's not goals that truly matters to you. And so when it's time to take action on your goal, you may not feel inspired or motivated to do so. Also, how do you know how much you want to earn each month? 1,000, 3,000, or 10,000? All these numbers are arbitrary. And we still dissect the goals linearly into each quarter. Like for example, you want to earn 100,000 a year, which means I need to make 50,000 by June and 25,000 by March. Your goals and your dream doesn't get manifested in a linear fashion. Just like how the plants don't grow linearly, they grow exponentially. You water it every day and nothing happens, and then suddenly one day it booms. When you set your goals linearly, you set yourself up for disappointment too. Every time you compare where you are at with your goals and you're not reaching your goals, that may make you feel very stressed or frustrated. I love planning, but I also know that what I plan usually doesn't pan out exactly the way I wanted it to. There may be world events and life events that get in the way. If I say I will write a book within a year, sometimes I end up taking 2 years or more. So is that bad? No, I still achieved what I wanted. Your goals take time to manifest. Setting time-based goals can help you to focus, but it's not necessary, especially when it discourages you. I used to set deadlines and specific goals too, but more and more I realize I feel the less I need them. Now I'm more drawn to setting goals that are simpler or even one word. To make your goals simpler, go deeper and figure out the emotion you want to feel when you achieve your goals. When I write books, I know what I want to feel is inspiration and creativity. And so the form doesn't matter, whether it's a book, blog post, or YouTube videos. I just want to feel inspired and creative. So that is my guiding emotion. Basically, the reason why you want to achieve your goals is because of the emotion you want to feel from achieving it, not so much about attaining the goals. So for example, if you want a house, what you want may be to feel calm, homely, cozy, or peaceful. For another person, what they may want to feel is fun, social, and happy. If you want more money, maybe you want to feel stability, freedom, or abundance. So this year, I go through every single area of my life and I use one word to remind me of what I want to feel. It doesn't necessarily have to be feeling words or emotion. It can be one word that captures the essence of what I really want in the category. So for example, when it comes to my quality of life, my word is space. Yes, I would love to have a house of my own in the future, but what I truly desire from having a house is the space. Most of us has this frog premise that we need to get the thing before we can feel a certain way. But I don't need a house to feel space. I can create my own space in my current house by decluttering the stuff that I know I'm not going to bring into my future house, or tidying out my table, or moving some of the stuff that isn't mine out of the room. You don't need money to feel abundant. You don't need a lover to feel love. With this guiding emotion, you can ask yourself how you can feel this emotion despite not having what you desire right now. Also, with this guiding emotion and guiding word, you can still measure or check whether you are aligned with your goals or not. But instead of doing a review monthly or quarterly, you do it every single moment in time. For example, my guiding word for my relationship is the word soft. So whenever I feel resentful or complaining in my mind that other people are not meeting my expectation, I remind myself of the word soft. Then whenever I use the word, I will drop from my mind to my heart and remind myself to go soft. For health, I put the word movement. So whenever I feel that I'm sitting too long in front of the computer and I feel that my body is very stiff, I will stand up and move. It's a simple moment-to-moment measurement. Instead of setting more goals for yourself to do and then stress yourself out, try this one-word exercise. Make your goals simpler and easy to remember so that you don't chuck your New Year resolution away after January. And also doing this one-word exercise doesn't mean that you need to discard your specific goals. You can still have your specific goals, but you want to get into a momentum first and allow your intuition to gather all the details first before you set something more specific. Goals that comes from source and from your soul get manifested easier than those that comes from your ego. Watch this next video to find out how you can differentiate the two.